Live, boys. Oh no. My display is all fucked up again. God damn it.
We're gonna go to that place that was teased.
I thought did we ever decide where we were going?
Sort of, kind of.
It's gonna take us.
We were going overland.
Overland, yeah. So we're like.
No, weirs are in the
on
water.
Huh?
What?
God damn it. Where are we on the map?
On the world map?
Is that can you yeah, like, we're not, like, far north, but we went north, right?
Yeah, so you're kind of, like, northwest-ish, in that little... So you see the far north of the Sacred Waste where it kind of dips?
I gotta open up that. That's in the... Where is it? Is it artwork or is...
Maps.
Maps, okay. Discord is loading. Hello?
Hello.
Talk to my computer. It's just a gray screen, even though it says it's loaded. Okay, there it goes. Alright. Now I see.
Alright. So yeah, the little dip in the land there in the north of the Sacred Wastes.
Yep.
That is where Vaindeer is. And you guys are, if you go like southwest, roughly like 1 square over, and then like those 4 squares around it basically are where you guys are currently at in the Emberline Caldera. And where you're going to be headed is far...
Getting beheaded?
What?
What?
Anyways, where you're going to be headed is, if you go south to the shoreline, and then down to...
Where that gulf is?
Go what?
Where there's like that gulf. There's like a peninsula.
Yeah.
A gulf there.
Yeah, right where it says wastes.
Oh shit, bro! Isn't that's east?
Yeah.
Yes.
You said northwest.
That's where you guys currently are, northwest.
Oh, but you're saying
and where you're traveling is east.
Where it says west. Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at the west. That gulf still. I thought that's what
so you're basically headed to like right to the little peak of inland right above the E in wastes.
Okay. And we're currently right where the T is, basically in the...
No, the H. If you go...
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
the 4 squares above H, basically, is the full caldera.
Okay. And it's going to take us 2 months to trek that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got to avoid hollow cracks.
No, not 2 months. Sorry. That is when 2 months is when freaking Alaris is going to be at Lear's Folly. It's going to take you guys a month to get there.
Oh, okay.
Then we got to wait there a month.
Yep. It's right near Luthendale though, so we'll have some fun in that little area once we get there.
Oh, okay. I was like, does it things to do for a month there.
Yes. I've as the dungeon master, I have planned things for my players to do in time.
We're gonna sit there and wait
Yep.
while
Yeah. We're just
while we
gonna not
house.
play for a whole month, and then
Yep, pretty much.
No, I'm
No,
so-
what
Die
we're
in the
gonna
game,
do is
you
we're
die
gonna
in
get
real
there,
life.
and we're gonna set up a D&D table at that
Yep.
there and play a session for a month there.
Yes, sir. All right. So we are still going to be using the Wastelands music. Stream jump scare real quick as it starts itself. All right. That should be an appropriate volume. So yeah, the last time we left off, all of you guys had completed the trial at the Ember Crucible against the Crystal Dragon, and Thalrian had flown you guys to one of the elemental temples of Barovax, where you encountered some strange elemental phenom, as well as Erebus acquired the first of the prism scales that he will need for the future. And then, once you exited the temple, Calum was greeted by the owl familiar of his aunt slash mentor, and where there was a note that stated that she would meet you guys at a place called Lear's Folly in 2 months' time, and to start heading there so that she can get Nyx the promised translation. You guys debated for a little bit whether to go by land or by sea, and settled on land at the end of the session. Made your way back to Vase Threads for the where you had debated at the camp, played a bit of cards, or was it dice? I don't remember off the top of my head.
we played dice.
Right. And so we left off with you guys turning in for the evening. So if there is no last minute anything anybody wishes to role play out before we progress, then we will get right into it.
No, I don't think.
I would like to play that song from the movie Ice Age when they started playing Rusted Root.
Well, never bothered you anyway. Oh wait, that's a different Ice Age.
The first one, basically. We gotta come up with a travel montage after all. With this one, Etrigan, are we gonna skip most of the
travel?
yeah, like last time?
No. There will be some fast forwarding, but it will be weeks. I'm gonna be doing two encounters a week, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
For the overworld travel.
Yeah.
Do we get long rests between those encounters?
Potentially. I won't say all the time. So one encounter could feed into another.
Did we get a long rest just now?
That is what we're going to do right now.
Okay, cool.
Yes, that was what we were doing. Is going to bed.
Yeah.
Right on.
We discussed our plans at night and then decided to go to bed.
At night, we planned. Alright,
I did
let's
use
see.
it.
I think I got my display fixed again.
I can push button.
Yeah, the long rest button.
Oh, you have to press it twice. Okay, that's funny.
You have to press it and confirm
And
it.
confirm, yes. So you guys wake up the next morning fully rested. You clamber aboard your Embermanes, and you begin making your way eastward. Who would like to lead this journey?
Since it's eastward, I mean, Caleb would probably have. Well, has Caleb been there?
He's not been to Lear's Folly. He has been to Luthendale.
Okay, then in that case, wait, so Luthendale is also over there, though, right?
Yes.
That's the port
So
city.
Yep.
He's
That's the
been
port city
there
that goes to the
before.
free cities of Altros.
So
And
he
I've
might
been to the
be
free cities
best
of
lead,
Altros, right?
because he
You
knows
have
the
no,
way.
you've not been to the free cities.
Oh,
Most of your time was in the Empire.
oh, that's
Nyx can
okay.
also lead, just because she's used to
Oh, that's right.
traveling over land. Given her nomadic ways.
This time, Nyx knows the ways.
No, it's still you'll
I
find.
I think Guard and Nyx might have the highest for survival amongst the four of you.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Some,
Druid?
Has something to do with wizards, I don't know.
So, which of you two is leading then?
I can lead the next. We could switch between,
I'll
because
lead
it's gonna
then,
take a
because you
while.
leaded for the Caldera, so I'll lead for the other thing.
Yep.
All
Not
right.
Caldera.
Sounds good. So, you begin heading eastward, leaving the caldera in your wake. Overnight, there was another ashfall. So there is fresh ash that is dusting the path as you walk. You make your way eastward for several days, encountering several things of hostile wildlife, including more hellhounds. There is also a couple of twisted, weird bears and stuff that you encountered. But eventually, after about 3 days of travel, continuing on not quite a fully set path, as you've not yet made it to a road, you happen to find the landscape around you has transitioned from caldera to more of like kind of like a dead forest, mostly petrified wood, things like that. There is not a lot of foliage or naturally grown life around. However, on the third day, as I mentioned, you stumble across a strange sight, an ancient, overgrown road that seems to be half obscured by dead weed. And on the other side of the road, you're able to make out seeming statues that seem to be off in the distance.
Nyx will lead towards the steaming statues just because they're a landmark.
All right.
And also, if it's a shrine, then it's good to go there and pay their respects as they travel.
As you move closer to these statues, the remains kind of smolder the underbrush beneath you. Their fiery hooves not obstructed by the tangling roots in the slightest. You discover a small group of petrified figures, men, women, and children, all frozen mid-stride, mid-prayer. The air around them is unnervingly still. You don't see any shrine or anything nearby. No sort of ruin at all, actually. You see... I wouldn't say at all. You do see, like, a base of something stone that's been entirely overgrown, but it's very, very minimal.
Are they petrified like charcoal, or are they petrified like stone?
Stone.
Stone, okay.
Etrigan, did you start the game session?
Oh, I did not.
I was wondering about that.
It is,
I was
it
just
has
opening
started
up
now.
the Twitch to see.
I'm here. Let's go.
It started on stream.
Well, I saw that. That's why it was like, hold on a second.
One of these is not like the other. Which one of these does belong? Nyx is gonna let everyone else interact with this. She's always had a habit of not touching things that look suspicious.
In my curious ways, I will approach it and give it a touch.
Which one are you reaching out towards?
There's
There's roughly 12 individuals gathered here, ranging from men, women, and children.
I will touch the closest woman.
As you do so, you begin to feel this wave of despair that sort of overwhelms you. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Why are you not loading? Okay. I'll just have to do it like this. Wait, wisdom saving throw? Yeah, there it is. 11.
And 11. All right. Ow.
That sounds like a fail.
Let's see. Fish through my little dices here.
Oh, it might be a win then.
As this wave of despair washes over you. You begin to hear this sort of distorted whisper that seems to kind of build and build until it becomes this discordant chime, like a bell that rings out far too loud. As you take 7 points of psychic damage, and you get this flash of something twisted. It seems to be some kind of giant, but its body is twisted and gnarled. The sinew of its muscle has overgrown a series of silver bells that seem to be the source of this discordant noise that rocks you into your core. And then, just as quick as it came, it vanishes.
Erebus will kind of stumble back and like grab his forehead with one hand, as he lets the group know not to touch.
You also get a...
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, you also, with your connection to Scaldrus, as he's in his little prism on your the back of your hand, you kind of hear this sort of mournful, resonant hum emanating from him.
That just persists after.
It's for a brief moment, just a single sort of like acknowledgement of mourning, basically.
Okay.
And as for Guard, while Erebus did this, the stillness that seems to sort of emanate around these figures, you get the sense of like twisted form of root turned to rigid stone.
And then I'll let them know about the vision as well. And then I'm going to look around to see, are there any, like, bells in the area?
Give me a perception check. And for Nyx, as Erebus describes what he saw in this vision, you think back to one of those first few nights of you guys out in the wastes, and that creature that had walked the path with its staff, and the ringing sound that emanated from it, and it vaguely seems to match that figure.
Nyx will say interesting, and then go touch one of the statues herself.
Same thing. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That. I'm gonna actually re-roll that. Roll 2. There you go. That's better. Goodbye, heroic inspiration.
What'd you roll?
20.
20? Alright. You take 6 points of psychic damage. And the same thing. You hear, you get this overwhelming sense of despair that encompasses you, followed by the distorted whispers, and then it builds up to that same sort of discordant, resonant ringing of a bell. And you also are granted with the vision of the creature.
Does it look similar to what I saw before?
Yes.
Okay. Can I make out any of the discordant whispers?
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
I'd do that. Let's see. Perception. There it is. If I click on it, right click. There we go. Disadvantage. Roll. Oh god, my rolls are bad today. 11.
An 11. Yeah, unfortunately, the cacophony of the bells ringing in your ear makes it impossible for you to discern any exact words or anything being said.
I think I tried to do this before, but was I able to identify the creature at all?
Yeah, you have actually seen creatures. You're not sure if it's the same one or if there's multiple of them, but you have encountered them a few times during a couple of the expeditions that you would be required to go out in your duties as a warden. In the Shattered Pantheon, this is the creature of the Broken Pantheon.
What are they called?
In Dustworn tongue, they would be called chimers.
I'll just say whatever the name is for them in the Dustborn tongue, rather than translating it.
Erebus will look at her confused and say, "Sure, whatever that means."
Callum will chime in. I think she's speaking in Dustborn.
Ah. Man, I only speak Goblin.
Abby, were you trying to say something?
No, it wasn't me.
Okay. Just want to make sure I didn't have to turn your volume up or anything.
Guard will bring up and say, I sense a commonality between me and these statues, but not much. They're entwined with the earth somehow.
Well, with that, Erebus will say, I think it's best not to dwell in the place of rest. And then bring it up that if Nyx, this is like, are we on the same path that we were on before, where Nyx saw the creature walking?
No, the path you're on currently has been completely overgrown.
Quarry. So Nyx has encountered these before. What is the usual consequence of encountering these? The bell bearers or whatever.
The usual thing is death. In your dealings with them, as well as what you were taught, it's best to avoid them unless you can get to an area of absolute silence.
And the area we're in is pretty still and silent, right?
It's not it's not completely silent. There's still the clattering of your equipment, the mournful sound of wind billowing about.
Okay. Where's Melly? Where's Melly? We need cast silence.
All the con silences.
Wait,
Does Erebus have cast silence?
uh, if he was smart, he might have picked it up.
Does Caleb?
Let's see.
Oh, I do not have silence.
He does not
Oh,
have
wait.
it prepared.
We're
Nor in
surrounded
his
by
spellbook.
spellcasters. I can do the opposite of silencing. Shout really loud.
Have
Ranged.
sleep. Yeah, I think I
That's
took
kind of a
sleep
silence.
instead.
Silence is a really good spell because you can ritual cast it
Okay.
and prepare.
Well,
it.
I will be sure to pick it up.
I don't think sorcerers actually have ritual casting.
Oh, get wrecked.
Oh, does that mean I can't get silence?
You can. You just wouldn't be able to cast it as a ritual.
Okay, so what would it be then instead?
Second level, first level spell slot.
I think it's a third level.
Is it third?
I'd have to check Melly. Only Melly knows.
Not even Yilfa knows?
Yilfa does not know silence.
It's second level.
It's what?
It's second level.
Okay. Nyx will survey the area without touching anything else for the time being. Just looking for any evidence of what happened here.
Um.
And or
Let's
how
see.
Also, I rolled an 18 on my perception.
I'm trying to find a bell.
Yeah.
You do not find any bells.
Okay.
Shit. Fucking brain fart. What the fuck is happening right now? Holy shit. What were you doing? What were you doing next?
Nyx is surveying.
All right.
Without
trying
touching.
to figure out what went on here, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a. We'll do. Actually, no check actually needed for this since you have encountered them before. You would be able to recognize the way that these people are petrified is something that happens when a chimed is encountered.
Okay. Do they look worn as like it happened a long time ago, or do they look like fresh?
Let's see. For that one, give me an investigation check.
Investigation implies that I'm touching things.
I will allow you to investigate without touching right now.
Investigate with your eyes. 23.
23. They're not super fresh. It's from what you're able to gather as you check them out. You gather this may have happened a few months ago, or at the most a year ago. You can't state exactly, just due to the nature of everything always being constantly covered by ash. which does age things a little prematurely. But from what you're able to gather, a few months up to a year.
She'll mention that this place is old. Not super old, but old. Old but recent. That's what we'll say. Old but recent.
So, a couple years at least after the silence, but not before, right?
More recent than that.
He starts counting with his fingers. Okay, that's pretty recent.
Nyx will actually, like, when he's counting on his fingers, just grab one of his fingers between a thumb and an index finger.
He points into a finger gun. Pow. So do we want to avoid these statues, or...?
We should avoid this entire space. Entire place.
Right. Let's not
Yeah.
camp here, then.
It's time to move out.
Aren't you all pressing on then?
Indeed.
All right.
Oh, Erebus, what did you feel when you touched that statue?
Pain. An impending doom.
And you saw
Believe me.
and she does the name in Dustborn again.
And then I'll look at her confused and say, that thing. That showed me something terrifying.
She repeats the word or the name of the creature.
And then again, he'll say, that thing.
Before you invoke any bad luck, let's let's just move on.
Say its name 3 times and it'll show up.
Yeah.
We'll say the Dustborn name for it is Booyag.
Okay.
I was gonna go with what was it in Arabic? Hamil al Jars or Hamil al Jar.
What does that mean? What does that translate to?
Bell bearer.
Oh, okay.
I will say that would actually not be accurate to it.
It wouldn't be.
No.
Oh no.
At least that translation.
You said chimer, right?
Yes.
But we wouldn't know that.
No.
Okay.
Chime in Arabic is Tatanagam.
That's still kind of...
That's quite a mouthful.
Yeah.
Tatanagam.
But it's Dustborn, so.
Yeah.
Hold on. I might be disconnecting soon.
Oh.
Bye forever.
He got doxxed.
Yeah, everyone's coming through robotics. So.
I'll give you the full name, I guess, and then you can plug that in and see. Discordant Chimer is what is its full name.
I don't think Chimer translates is the thing.
Discordant note, maybe.
or just chime?
That's what I did. Yeah, I'm not trying to read that.
It's a booyag.
Booyag. We'll go with
Yeah,
booyag. Booyag.
Booyag!
Which D&D trivia for you, that's actually a goblin word, but
Hey, I know Goblin.
Oh my
Erebus
god.
speaks Goblin.
See, now it can't be Booyag.
Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect.
all right.
Yeah, I speak Common, Elvish, and Goblin.
Goblin is so crazy.
Bro, I took it. That's why I took it. I knew how obscene it was. Is there any goblins in your world?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of the playable races, so.
Okay. Right.
No, you should have been like, well, there were goblins in our world, but then a guy
Before the silence.
a completely armored guy decided to wipe him out.
Technically, they actually probably would have been hunted to near extinction by the Creed Forged because they wouldn't follow the God King.
Yeah,
but
they don't. Yeah. But there's tribes still, right?
yeah, there's definitely I will say there's definitely goblins up in the Stormtorn Highlands for sure.
All right.
And probably in Valtros as well. But Valtros is like the most like normal civilization, so there's all kinds of peoples there.
Well, and that's the empire that I'm from.
No, you're from the Sun Crowned Empire. Valtros is where Caleb is from.
Oh, so I'm from the east.
No, you're from the
Or
west.
the west.
Yeah.
The West.
Oh, dude, I confused the shit out of myself. This whole time, I've had it flipped.
Yeah. Which I actually
Which isn't
did.
that
I actually
bad.
did do a little retcon. The empire is called Solaris and not Solrath. Solrath is the capital.
Okay, that whole, like, island there, though, is Solarith? Or Solarith, isn't it? Or,
Solaris.
okay.
Where it says the Sun Crowned Empire of Solrath, all of that is Solaris.
That's Solar. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Roger.
All right. Are you operational, Abby?
Abby AI is operational.
All right. Sounds dope. You ready to get back on the road, or was there any other? Oh, maybe I'm dead now. Nope.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Okay. I didn't see my little guy light up green, so.
How is the DM? Is he operational?
No, he's in a lot of pain.
We gotta perform surgery. Players, take out your tools.
Roll medicine.
Before we get going, actually, tools, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Inspelled Staff of Aid
Okay.
real quick, because, you know, me and Nyx just both took a little bit of damage.
Well, you guys will get a long rest in between the next encounter. So.
Oh, wait. Like, in between. So that was the first encounter?
Yep.
And now we get a long rest?
Yep.
Or, oh,
You travel onward past them.
okay. So I just long rest now?
Yep.
Okay. You know, Nyx, you rolled 9 higher than me and still only took 1 less damage.
Yep.
I rolled significantly higher damage on Nyx than I did for you.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I'm ready to move on.
Let's see.
Yes, it is time to go.
Is it time to go? If it is, we're gonna take out my Heelys and we're gonna skate out of here. But in all seriousness, yeah, let's go. Nyx is leading the way still.
Okay. So you all press on past the statues, traveling for a few more days. And around the 6th day of the 7 days of this first week here, you happen across a particularly grand but heavily overgrown ruined temple. The place has been almost entirely encased, which, by the way, the landscape has shifted a bit from the more sort of volcanic caldera-like terrain back to this, as it is in this image, the kind of yellow, decayed plains. But in addition to that, you are also actually able to see off in the horizon, the beginnings of the delta that Luthindel is built from. There is actual plant life here. Give me one sec. Let's see. Where did I put that? Man. I was supposed to be home like hours earlier today, so I could have prepared all this crap. Let's see. Oh, here we go. As I mentioned, it's a sort of vast petrified delta of sorts. You can see, however, unlike a proper delta that would be full of rivers and whatnot, you see the carved out troughs of where the rivers used to run. A sort of sprawling labyrinthine pattern of solidified riverbeds, now dry and stone hard, crisscrossing the landscape like a frozen ancient map. There is a faint shimmer of silver as the bit of sunlight does manage to catch them. Let's see. As for the plant life, you see sort of it's kind of like a hardy, pale, almost translucent weed that seems to cling to the crevices and cracks around the place, as well as patches of silver lichen that seem to shimmer on the petrified surfaces. Let's see. There are also a few sort of isolated, gnarled trees of solid petrified wood that stand like ancient sentinels along the former riverbanks, the branches frozen midway, often adorned with this silver lichen or patches of this ghost-like weed. They cast a long, stark shadow across the land. There are also the occasional fissure or crack along the way that seems to sort of release very faint, warm air, and sometimes even a kind of shimmering mist throughout the land. So as for this overgrown temple that you've come across, it is surrounded by a number of these trees, entirely overgrown by the ghostweed and the silver lichen. Yeah.
Oh, I was muted. I was asking, is there anything else notable other than just trees and plants?
Just the, like I mentioned, the grand overgrown temple.
Dude, I completely might have spaced out there for a second. I'm just looking at my spells. Okay. Well then, I figure we'll probably approach the temple, unless there's anything that I can notice in the trees or the bushes. Can I do that? Can I take a look-sees?
Sure, roll perception.
Alrighty, I like all perception. Oh, I guess I mean a 10.
Beneath the ghostweed and the silver lichen, you do actually make out these. There does actually appear to be these kind of crimson vines beneath.
Like, for holding somebody down?
Just naturally occurring plant life.
Oh, okay.
But it is a bit of a standout to the rest
Did you
of
say
the...
vines?
Yeah, crimson vines.
Oh, I thought you said binds.
No, vines.
Oh, okay.
Do it for the vine.
Okay. Maybe I'll point that out to guard, because like, isn't it? Are his vines? Are they green or?
Yeah, his vines are, well, not necessarily green, but they're kind of like an earthy, muddy brown green.
Why are you talking about my veins like that, huh?
Your vines.
Hey, for guard, probably one and the same.
Maybe if things get hairy, you can draw on the power of the plants here.
How does it feel here for guard, actually?
Let's roll survival.
I hate rolling. Survival, alright. Boing. 14.
It feels slightly peaceful.
It feels nothing like the area we came from before.
No.
Full of life as well.
Yeah.
He takes a deep breath. You know, I don't think things will get hairy.
That's what I like to hear.
The only encounter I feel like I'm gonna run into is the pizza delivery guy.
Fuck, dude. Hopefully they don't have too much HP.
No, they might have too much Riz though, which is scary.
Dude, I have 20 Riz.
For all this traveling, we haven't seen any ruins, well, we've been through ruins the first time, I think, right? It was sort of ruins, but it was
You've
outside.
encountered a couple of ruins. It's also like just around the landscape as a whole, there are ruins, which not all of them are like completely intact enough to take shelter in or things like that. It's kind of just like a stone pillar there, a base of something here. But yeah, here this actually seems to be a mostly intact temple of some sort.
Do we know a temple to who or no?
It's entirely too overgrown for you to make out any sort of discerning symbols of divinity or anything like that.
I can fix that. Actually, I don't know if I have that spell. Check. Spells. I do have that spell. Care to see what's under the overgrowth?
That I would. Because
Nyx will cast Wither and Bloom on the shrine.
It's not a shrine. It's like a whole ass cathedral.
Okay. Well, at least on the front of it.
And before the entire cathedral is held up by roots. It just falls
It all falls apart.
Does that spell specify that it withers plant life?
It says so. One version of it did at some point.
Well, Ori, it did.
Yes, non-magical vegetation in that area withers.
Okay.
Lads, give me a second. Food's here.
All right. Boop.
Like, I don't know if it was the. I wasn't sure if it was the the Pathfinder version of the spell, or like the 2014 version of the spell. But I know one of them did. Apparently, this one does too. So.
I'll wait for Abby to get back before we get to this.
I will mark the spell as being used.
Did you guys check out the Reliquary?
In the art thing.
No, in the Reliquary.
I did not.
What about you, Erebus?
What are you talking about?
In the Reliquary chat.
Oh,
that's
that.
me.
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
What'd you think?
Good.
Yeah.
I did not.
If you ask me specifics, I won't remember because I watched it on a day like today where I am very sleep deprived. And it was the same day that you posted it, so.
Gotcha. Did you like the model?
Yeah.
Yeah, the artist did a really good job. I was happy about it.
I'll watch it again tomorrow when I'm more cognizant of what's actually happening around me.
Well, it's not entirely too relevant, honestly. It's just I have a lot of really cool lore written for this world, and I want to vomit it out. So
Yes, that is why I want to watch it again, so I can actually remember it
Oh,
in a state
okay.
that I can actually remember it in.
I now understand. I understand because I was looking at the artwork like yesterday.
yeah,
Or was it today? Yeah, I can't remember. But I was like, what does this mean? But now it makes sense.
Safe. There was.
I was like, what is a PNG tuber? But now I've seen those before. That's cool.
you should watch the video.
I'll have to watch. Yeah, I'll have to watch it, and it's about Astreva. So.
Yeah, it was Astreva's lore, as told by the Knight of Remembrance.
The Knight who remembers.
All right, welcome back, Abby.
In the realm of forgotten.
All good with
Divinity.
your pizzas?
Yeah, it's here. It's ready to be devoured.
Sweet. So, as Nyx unleashes the energy of her withering spell, Guard, actually, give me a Constitution saving throw.
This is my best. Well, it's not my best. It's close to it. 23.
Nice. As the plant life here begins to wither away, you actually feel it die, and it kind of washes over you this sort of sense of profound decay. You manage to shrug a bit of the effects off, but you definitely felt it as the plant life was destroyed. Underneath what you unveil, so where exactly would you have been aiming this? The cathedral itself is like, at least where you're standing, it's probably like a 30-foot high wall with a singular sort of 10 by actually it wouldn't be that big, 5 by 10 door.
It would be like in the center of the door. It does affect. The spell does affect 10 feet, so 10 feet sphere, so.
Okay. With the sphere, let's see. That would oh no, it would be blocked by the okay.
10-foot radius sphere.
Yeah. So as the spell's energy dissipates, you are laid bare with the sort of cracked, weathered stone underneath. It is now very easy for you to pull it off and see if you can uncover anything underneath, but it didn't immediately fall off as it is grown within the cracks and crevices of this thing. The crimson vines also have faded and withered away, and it actually seems, with Erebus having been the one to notice them, it seems that whatever the effect of that was, it seems to go along the entirety of the crimson vines and make them wither away into a black husk.
Oh. Well, do we just go ahead and go inside?
Hold on, I gotta do a little RP here.
Or hey guys, could always cast Fireball.
Hold on. As the plants withered away, that first guard cringes, but he definitely, holds his... Would you say the pain's in the head or just, all over?
It's not really pain that you're feeling. It's more like a general sense of exhaustion that washes over you.
So fatigue, sort of like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you kind of slouch a bit.
It's not really a sick fatigue. It's more just like a washing of a feeling washing over me. That I'm
Yes.
just like, dang, I'm tired suddenly.
Yep.
Okay. Even though he did make the save,
Mhm.
guard will still almost fall
If you
over
if you
and
if you
feel like-
yeah if you had failed, you would have gotten exhaustion. But
and he will he'll stumble forward and stop briefly and go, I felt that. I felt those plants pass away. It seemed to drain the life out of me.
They will regrow.
As all things that wither do, all things that die have a way to live again. But I'm saying in the future, let's avoid doing that so I don't feel like this again. Oh.
Kellen will chime in. You know, life does need things to live.
Death begets life.
Alright, before we get into poetry here, let's get into temple.
I nod my head. Onward, inward.
Nyx will sweep an arm to allow them to open the doors.
You will have to tug away a bit of the now deceased plant off of the doorway in order to get in properly.
The guard can do that.
go ahead and give me a strength check. Significantly easier since they're dead now.
Could I just use athletics or? Yeah, I could use athletics. That's what it is for. No. Why did I speak?
Your DC was 5, so you made it.
Okay. It wasn't me.
Um,
Guard does visibly struggle with it, still feeling the effects of before.
yeah. So you take your big meaty orc hands, wrap around them, and you start tearing it away until the door is entirely uncovered. The door itself is made out of a similarly petrified wood to that of the trees, so it's still mostly intact, actually. And as you completely uncover it, you reach towards it's a singular brass ring that you grab hold of, and you begin to heft it open as it lets out this sort of resonant, eerie creaking, the sound of hinges that haven't been opened in who knows how long. As you sling it open and it smacks against the stone on the other side, you can see the interior here. It is pretty dimly lit. There is only a speck of sunlight that manages to sort of pierce through the thick plant life that has grown above the temple, and kind of sends this sort of like god rays that sort of pierce down into the temple before you. You see a number of stone pews that have shattered, and in the center you actually see a statue of a cherub of sorts. It's got these angelic wings that kind of blow out behind it. It seems to be armored. It has a sword that is actually punctured down into earth. Seems to be more on the feminine end. Did I mention that it was armored? You can actually make out bits and pieces of armor around it, and it is kind of like crouched down, its head bowed and staring down at the sky, or not really staring. The eyes are closed. You do also, however, make out what appears to be kind of overgrown around it. Well, now they're black. The roots of the crimson plant that had kind of grown in here, you are able to see them kind of bit overgrown around this creature, and you can actually see what looks to be withered and faded red petals like that of a rose, that are sort of scattered around, almost like droplets of blood that have kind of blown around the interior of this place, especially now that as the door opens, the wind finally breaches inside of it and sort of blusters the petals around.
Is the armor recognizable to anybody?
You can go ahead and give me a religion check, actually.
Religion. Oh man, religion check. I only get a +1.
Is this something that I could use?
13.
Keeper of the Old ability for?
What's that ability?
Allows me to make history checks with a D4, but it's my connection to the primeval allows me insight into the ancient world.
Right. Yeah, you could do that.
Where'd the history button go?
Erebus, with your 13, you do not recognize the armor that it's adorned with. I did post the image of it in the artwork too. If you wanted to check it out.
I rolled a 14.
A 14. In your time in the Shattered Pantheon, again on the expeditions that you would go out on, you would encounter similar statues to this, but none of them were like as well preserved as this one is.
Were they also Europe?
Yes.
Okay. Would there have been anything that I had learned about those ancient statues, or would it just be they existed?
Let's see. You rolled a 14, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have learned any specifics aside from the fact that this is a depiction of one of the old world deities. You're not sure which, whom, what sort of domain they may envelop. Just that it is a depiction of one of the old world deities.
But she would disseminate that information, and then also, I'm sure it has a name or something that the Godsworn call it, and she'll call it that.
I will also mention that the ones that you did encounter did not have the sort of vines grown around it like this one did.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's expected. But not a lot of stuff grows in the Shattered Pantheon.
Yeah. As for her name,
Making you name things.
I don't know off the top of my head any sort of like epic name that it could be called. You can do your translation thing again. It would have been referred to as the angelic sword.
Al Saif Al Malak Yikiyu. That last word's hard to say. Al Saif, though, is probably fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh. Gotta click on D&D Beyond so it doesn't shut the session down.
It thinks you're not looking.
Is there anything else besides the statue?
Are you gonna head into the cathedral and take a look around?
Yeah, I want to do it. Let's go.
Nyx will also follow.
All right.
Let's do it.
Oh, hang on.
Unless there's something she knows about these statues that would deter her from doing so.
Nope. Let's see. All of you go ahead and give me perception checks as you start taking a peek around.
Well,
Man, I got a 10. My dice are just no today. I think I rolled above a 10 once.
Guard, what'd you roll? In between pizza munches.
Remind me we're rolling again.
Perception. Also, my turn to be right back. I gotta go get the bandages for my wound.
He perceives everything in his own head.
Very perceptive, yes.
I could see the wrinkles in my brain.
Also, what the actual fuck?
Oh, that was very confusing. I was looking at my my little Alexa thing, right, and it was giving me an ad for an off-brand Roomba that deep cleans carpets, apparently. And then I was expecting to see more information on it, and instead I got like a Kendrick Lamar thing. I was like, wait a second. What does Kendrick Lamar have to do with this?
He's deep cleaning them rugs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's his brand of Ramba.
Alright, well, now I have hella bandages, I guess. And bought them twice, apparently.
You bought bandages?
Well, gauze.
You should put them on decoratively.
My shin's super fucked up, so I gotta keep it wrapped.
Why did you excavate your shin?
It's just a weekly occurrence at my job because everything likes to be shin height. But also in this case, I just fell off a ladder, so.
Oh, I understand that. Oh, did you fall down the ladder and like hit your shin on the way down?
Yeah. Well, I fell. So I missed the bottom step, and my leg went between the rungs, and so it hit the second to last, or the second to the bottom rung, and all the way down to the ground. So.
You just scraped it.
Yeah.
Skinned yourself.
Anyways, back to Cherub statue. As you guys look around, You will actually find. You guys rolled pretty much the exact same numbers, so you will all find them. You find enough little deposits of divine ash that if you were to put them in a container, you could do two healing potions worth.
Nice. Are we actually going to pour them in a
We found
container?
what?
You
found
found a few small deposits of divine ash that if you had a container to put them in, you could convert them into two
Oh,
potions,
ash and
two healing
healing.
potions.
How would I know if I had 2 vials?
They
It's
would
in
be in
my
your
backpack.
inventory.
Vial. No, I don't have any empty vials.
Let's see if Calum has anything.
I have acid healing.
He does not.
Any healing potions? I don't have healing potions. I just have healing spells. So I will take a healing potion if someone wants to give me that.
Well, y'all need to have a container to put them in first.
Oh.
Look in your pockets. Well,
Can I use
Okay.
Druidcraft to craft one out of wood?
I don't think Druidcraft. Let me check. That sounds like
I mean,
something
don't
more
water
like
spell, no
elementalism.
Don't waste your time doing that because I don't even have Druidcraft.
Okay.
That said, if we find a broken container in the place, then I can mend it.
would a water skin count as a container?
Yeah, you could. If you empty out a water skin, you could get the all. Well, good luck cleaning it after the fact. But you could scoop the ash into it. So you're with the size of a water skin, you'd be able to get all of the ash inside of it. And it would count as a 2-charge healing potion basically.
Sweet. Okay, we'll
And
do
be
that.
gone after you use them.
That water skin will never be usable again. Guard will put it in his water skin after dumping it. It would be called sacred dust. Like, what is it called again?
Divine ash.
Now that you have it in a water skin, it's Ash Ketchum.
Disadvantage.
Alright, I've altered it. We're good.
Pray I do not alter it further. That's pretty much everything that you find in here, though.
Oh,
Because somebody killed the actual treasure that was in here.
No, I don't believe it.
Was it me? Am I the actual treasure? Ooh.
No, the true treasure was the friends that you made along the way.
Oh, good. Good thing I killed those.
So, what you all doing next?
Touch the statue.
You're touching the statue?
Yeah.
Alright. As you do so, you hear this cracking of stone as the head actually turns to look at you, Erebus, and the eyes flash open and flare this sort of angry red color, and then it lets out this kind of banshee-like screech as we go into combat.
Oh, yeah,
Not
baby.
again.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could have been an angel from Doctor Who.
Did you guys know not to touch the statue?
You don't touch anything. The one thing that Nick's learned: don't touch anything.
Uh,
You have your snake out, right?
No, I would have to summon it.
Okay.
boopity bop.
Alright. Caleb rolled an 11 for his initiative. Erebus, what'd you get?
A 5.
Alright. Guard.
20, let's go!
And Nyx.
13.
Okay.
Can you still not see the rolls?
I can. I just sometimes it auto rolls and doesn't put the number that you guys actually roll into the initiative, so that's why I double check with the initiative all the time.
Okay.
I also just like to ask to confirm, anyways. So
Yeah. Does it do those auto rolls in the chat for you, or does it only do that in the chat for, or do you only see our rolls in the chat?
I only see your guys' chat. The auto roll, it rolls it in the initiative tracker over here.
Yeah, okay.
So first up, it's gonna be Guard.
The only person who's rolling good tonight.
I've been rolling middling. The initiative was the only good one. Listen here, Rocky Man. Guard is going to run up to the Guardian. Get as close as he can. Rage. So, hold on. That activates the thingy. The thingy then goes on to people. Let me see here. Yeah, 5 temp HP for me. And then I don't think it at the start of each of your turns. Yeah, so no. And then we will hit this thing with our axe.
All right.
I imagine it has physical damage resistance.
No way.
You'd think,
I don't
but
think
with
so.
the new redesign, they actually got rid of a lot of resistances and immunities, so it does not.
That doesn't save me from low rolling hits, though, I'm afraid.
That's not going to save any of us from rolling low tonight.
14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Are you kidding me? Hold on. I might have double attack.
Yeah, you
Might
should.
be able to attack twice.
If you're full barbarian.
Yeah, I have
Full
extra
bummer.
attack. We're gonna do it again. They say if you can't hit once, do it again. 23 to hit with the great axe.
That does hit.
Seven plus 2. so 9.
9 slash damage.
Yes.
All right. Your great axe cleaves into it, chipping away some of the formerly pristine statue.
Where am I standing? I'm gonna stand in between Erebus and this dude, if I can squeeze in there.
All right.
And that'll be it.
Nyx, you're up.
Let's see. What to do? We're going to cast Barkskin on ourselves.
All right.
And then we're going to go up to it and cast Primal Savagery. $17 hit?
That will just hit.
15 acid damage.
All right. What's your primal savagery look like as you claw into it?
It looks exactly like that. Clawing into it.
All right.
Her primal savagery always shows up as green yellow claws that go over her fingers when she attacks.
All right. That be it for you?
Yep.
Okay. Caleb's turn now. Let's see. He casts Fireball and blows up the entire party.
Fireball.
He
Thank you,
will.
Caleb.
He will attempt a Toll the Dead. That is a failure. Oh, wait, should be 2d12.
Yes, now you know my pain.
14 points of necrotic damage. Alright. That will be it for Caleb. Now it is the Crimson Cherub's turn. It is gonna let out another screech as it takes its sword, and it's going to bring it slashing towards you, guard. Uh, 24 to hit.
No, that doesn't hit. Nah, not at all.
Okay.
No way. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Let's see. You take 6 points of slashing damage, plus an additional 6 points of psychic damage. As the sword cleaves into you, you kind of feel your psyche being torn from your body, basically.
slashing damage halved already or no?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
And then it will whip around and it will make a strike towards you, Nyx.
Does it?
Yeah.
Give me a second here. Boo-wee, boo-wee. No, that's not what I wanted to see. Continue the attack, though.
Okay. That is 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
All right. The sword swings towards you, and you get your staff up just in time to interpose it between.
Shield and sickle.
Okay.
Well, shield and dagger. But, yeah.
Okay. You get your shield up, and it blocks it.
Okay.
I had a
have
staff in the
Sentinel.
little mini model.
Sentinel lets me use Guardian. Guardian says that if the target attacks another target besides me, I can make an opportunity attack. So we're doing that.
All right.
Yeah! I bet you I'll miss. No! 25 to hit.
That does, in fact, miss. No, it hits.
13 damage plus 2. That'll be 15 slashing. Kapow!
Nice. All right. Erebus, you're up.
Alright. I am going to use Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
And I'm going to make it thunder. As I roll a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Woo! And 19.
Yeesh. Hang on 1 second while I do math. So as your chromatic orb flies towards it, it crashes into it and it sends this sort of like echoing thrum throughout the core of its body, and bits and pieces of it crack and tear off as it's vulnerable to thunder damage and takes double your 19.
Oh.
Yeah, it's starting to crack and fall apart at the moment.
I'm just gonna step back like 10 feet, and then end my turn.
It will attack of opportunity you.
Oh, am I that close to it?
That's got a reach of 10 feet.
Oh.
And remember, you touched it.
That's true.
It's going to hit you back with a natural 20.
Oh, son of a bitch. Alright.
So that's going to be 7... $15 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Plus an additional 10 points of psychic damage.
What the? Okay.
That was a natural
Alright.
20. You should have known better. You should never touched it. Nix was right. No touching.
You said 15 and 10?
Yeah.
Jeez.
As it brings its broadsword swinging over Guard's head, and it slashes directly into you as you try and back out away from it. And similar to Guard, you kind of feel like it feels like your soul is being ripped from you as the blade connects. And then it actually reinvigorates the statue also. Let's see, it was, yeah. So how far away are you moving, Erebus?
I was stepping 10 feet back.
Okay. Will that be it for you then?
Yep.
Guard, you're up.
All right. Then we will. First off, we're raging, so we're going to give their 2d6 temp to Erebus because he's looking pretty bad. He's looking pretty hurt.
All right.
Let's hope we get actual good rolls here.
1-1.
If we get snake eyes, let's just call it fate, I guess. Call it karma. Well, we got 1-1, but we got 6.
Alright,
So
alright.
6 temp HP
6
is
temp.
pretty good.
Alright.
Not bad, not bad.
6
I
more
got
than you had
28.
last round.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I still have 28 HP.
And then from there, kind of wish I had a battle axe. This smelly. We're gonna have to get a battle axe at some point. Well, here's what we're gonna do.
The battle axe?
Oh, is that one of your weapon masteries that you don't have?
Yeah, it's one of the branches I don't have. That said, I wish I could do that. Supposedly my weapon's a giant tree trunk. But, however... we are going to swing our axe, but we're going to do it recklessly.
Okay.
So that way, he'll pay attention to us more. Hold on. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Gosh dang it. Here we go. 16 to hit.
All right. You bring your axe cascading towards it just as it rips its blade out of Erebus, and it brings its blade up and catches against the blade of your axe as it clings against the stone.
He then with that clanging, he rips it out of the stone and tries to bring it with further force down on the way back, hoping this time it'll just go right through his defense. $24 to hit.
All right. As you pull back and bring it down full force again, it does once more catch into the blade, but the sheer strength of the strike that you put behind it brings it forces its arm down so that your axe manages to collapse right into its chest. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. $12 plus 2, 14 slashing.
All right.
And we're going to leave free interaction, right? I have one free interaction.
Reaction, yeah.
Does letting go of my weapon count as a free interaction?
As a free action, yeah, you can just drop your axe, yeah.
Can I say I leave it in the creature when I drop it?
Sure.
All right, we're going to do that. I'm going to try something new next after this. If he's still alive, that is. That'll be my turn.
Next.
Hold on, I'm reading. I'm going to use my bonus action to coat the Molten Fang in poison. And I believe that uses a charge. And then I'm going to stab it.
All right.
17.
That will just hit.
Uh, 6 piercing damage and con save or take 2d10 poison.
He's immune to poison.
Oh, well, that's not going to work then.
As you sink the dagger in and try and discharge the poison into the strike, you see it kind of just like backsplashes out, having no actual vein to seep into.
No flesh. We would probably go back to using acid damage then. I could just call lightning on it, you know.
That would hit
Just-
both
just
you
kidding.
and guard. Oh no, I guess
That was
you
fun.
could angle it away and not hit, but that'll be it for you then.
That'll be it, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Caleb's turn again. It worked last time, so he's going to Toll the Dead. Did not work this time. No damage. Caleb's turn is over. It is the Cherub's turn. It is going to make one strike towards the guard at advantage. Uh, 26.
I mean, yeah. Oof.
Alright, so that's going to be 12 points of slashing damage, and then 1 point of psychic damage, and it heals for 1 hit point.
Real quick. Was that 12 halved or no?
No. And then it will make a second strike, again at guard. Natural 20.
Yeah, that hits. He's making up for it. He's making up for his failings.
That's going to be 13 points of slashing damage. And then 8 points of psychic damage, and it will recover 8 hit points. Oh, I did damage instead of heal.
No, keep that damage. Keep that damage.
And then it is going to throw its blade down into the dirt as it grabs the axe out of its chest and lets it clatter to the floor. And then it is going to kick up off of the pedestal that it's standing on as the wings kind of completely unfurl from behind it. Sound of stone grating on stone as they animate, and it flies up to the top of the cathedral, out of range of you guys for the moment.
Is that so?
Yes, out of range of your melee attacks. And that'll be it for its turn. It is Erebus's turn now.
Oh, it's mine already? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
No. 1 millisecond. Oh, really quick. Did it disengage with that fly action?
It has flyby. It does not take attacks of opportunity.
Boo!
Abby, did you watch the Reliquary?
No, I did not watch the Reliquary. I will admit, I've been meaning to watch it, but every time I've been doing something else.
It's
I was
only
gonna-
5.5 minutes. Pepe hands.
Well, I gotta look at it first to find out this information.
That's mostly my fault. I keep distracting Abby. It's sandworms.
It's true.
Okay. I'm
You all good?
I had to put some toppings on my nachos. Well, seeing as it is weak to thunder damage, I am going to. I guess I'll just cast another third level chromatic orb.
Okay.
Yeah, all reliable. Ugh. It's a 1
not
plus
so
8
reliable.
for
oh, you rolled a
9.
natural 1, huh?
Yeah.
As your orb flies towards it, it flies out of the way, and your orb crashes into the ceiling of the cathedral, and the thunder echoes out as the ceiling will begin to crack and cave.
Sweet. I look at the party and shrug. My bad, guys. And with that, I'll end my turn.
Guard, you're up.
Let me think. Let me think here. We're gonna throw hand axes. We're gonna take out hand axes. We're gonna throw them.
Okay.
One in each hand. Here's one.
You can only get one per turn.
All right, that's a shame. Are they? Are they 20 feet away?
No, let's see. Actually, the ceiling is 30 feet up, so yeah, I would. Well, no, it's more like 25.
So I get disadvantage
Yeah.
because it's 5 feet away. Can a reckless attack fix this, or is this a melee thing? I think it's a melee.
No.
No, it can't?
Reckless attack can work for any attack.
All right, we're gonna reckless and make it a normal throw. 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Six plus 2, 8, and it has Vex now.
Disadvantage on its next attack, right?
Yep. Or no. The advantage on my next attack.
Oh,
against
gotcha.
it.
Okay. Anything else for you?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Nix.
Yeah, we're just gonna call lightning on it.
Oh.
Dex save. DC 14.
With its -1 dex, it rolled a 14.
Hey, it still takes half damage though, I think.
Yeah.
So half of 10. So it takes 10 damage.
No, it does not have vulnerability to lightning damage.
What? Thought it did.
It has vulnerability to thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Which is like so weird because thunder is just a sound.
Yeah, but it's a very loud sound hitting a solid object.
See, if this were a real game, it would be called sonic damage.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's confusing, and I hate it. Do they actually call it thunder damage?
Yep.
Yes.
I hate that.
It represents everything that makes a sonic wave, basically.
Yeah.
It's
literally sonic damage, but it's called thunder damage in 5e.
Yeah, whoever wrote that needs to be taken out back and shot.
No!
No, don't say that on stream. He means in Minecraft.
I'm pretty sure that was Gary Gygax, and isn't he like dead or something?
No, Gary
Gygax. It was originally sonic damage. It was only in 5th edition that it became thunder damage.
Was originally Sonic? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Like, why the unnecessary change?
I guess it sounds cooler.
I want to say it probably. Well, I don't think that actually. No, there's no way. I was gonna say it probably because Pathfinder got rights to it, but I don't think that's correct. That gonna be it for you, Nix?
Yes.
Okay. Calum will switch it up this time. He will do. Let's see. He'll attempt a create bonfire at it.
That does seem like something Calum would do.
He failed the dex save, so he takes the damage. 11 points of fire damage.
It did more than my lightning strike.
And then that'll be it for Calum's turn. It is its turn again. So what it's going to do now is it's going to sweep around the entirety of the cathedral. And as it does, its wings kind of spiral and rapidly unfurl as it unleashes stone pinions. I need everybody to give me dexterity saving throws.
N.
Do I see this danger coming?
Yes.
Do I get what we call a danger sense?
Yes.
I also rolled a 10.
That won't happen to me. I rolled an 18, and I saved myself from rolling a 1. That was beautiful.
We're rolling buddies.
What'd you say?
Not you.
I mean, technically you two, because you did roll a 1.
Did
You
you roll
just roll
natural?
at advantage all the time.
That's right.
So let's see. Yeah, everybody but guard failed. So I'll get these dice now. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Keep it consistent with the types of dice that I'm rolling.
Wait a sec. Something weird happened here. Wait, did I get healed?
No, you have your temporary hit points.
Yeah, I'm very confused why I'm back up to 47 with no temp. I didn't do that.
Huh. It shows you at 22 with 6 temp on my end.
Okay. That's weird.
Maybe refresh.
Let me...
Let's see.
Yeah, there you go. That's weird. Alright.
Yeah, this one does get the modifier, so that's going to be everybody takes 6. Except for guard, you're going to take half of all of these, and then half again of this piercing damage because of your rage. So that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And then everybody takes 6 points of psychic damage. Guard, you take 3 points of psychic damage because you saved. So that's going to be 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21 hit points that it heals. As the stone pinions sink into you and continue to rip away at your spirit.
Oh yeah, my turn passed. I never gave out that temp HP again. Gosh dang it. I'll have to remember that.
You said 6 and 10?
No. So it was 7 points of piercing damage and 6 points of psychic damage.
13 total. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm hurt. I'm real hurt.
This is why you don't touch things.
I'm sorry.
And then it will do a leaping strike down towards guard. As it kind of, as it lets out another sort of like a falcon on the hunt. It's going to sort of take on this claw-like features on its hands as they reach towards you.
I can't take no more. Boss, I can't take no more.
22 points, 22 to hit.
If it had 22 points to hurt, that would be like, yeah, that's it, I'm done. But yeah, that hits.
And then that's going to be 6 points of slashing damage and 2 points of psychic damage. As it heals for another 2. And then I need a strength saving throw from you.
$19.
All right, you managed to hold your feet, plant yourself firmly into the ground as the tree god that you are, as it tries to pin you down.
Well, 2 can play at that game.
That will be it for its turn. Erebus, you're up.
Alright. Well... Man, oh man. Oops, I did not mean to click that. Sorcerer's Burst, I can change the damage. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use my Sorcerer's Burst
Alright.
as thunder damage. And I will roll.
Also, I'm going to point out, in the entire time that we've been playing, this is a feature you've been forgetting, you have your Sorcerer Rage, too.
Wait, what?
It's one of the new D&D 5th edition traits of the Sorcerer. You have, it's called, let's see, where is it? Your innate sorcery, where as a bonus action you unleash the magic for 1 minute, during which you gain the following benefits: the spell save DC of your sorcerer spells increased by 1, and you have advantage on attack rolls of sorcerer spells that you cast. You have 2 of those that you can do per day.
Whoa. Oh. Alright. Thank you. Well, I already rolled.
Well, you can, if you want to activate that, I will let you roll again at advantage if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and mark the use on your sheet,
Yeah, so I did that, yep.
and then you can go ahead and make another roll.
Okay. Now I'm still gonna do Sorcerer's Burst. Do I just click it regularly, or do I have to click with advantage?
Well, you just did. Well, we'll count the first one that you did as your first roll, and the second one that you just did there as your
And
advantage
then just roll again.
Yeah, so you rolled a 17 there,
Okay.
which will be enough to hit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ask you, what does your innate sorcery look like as it is unleashed?
So I would say I kind of close my eyes for a second as I focus very hard and draw the power within me, and then as I do, a faint light blue glow an aura starts to emanate around me.
And then you begin to farm.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
And then my eyes get even, they turn that icy blue color as well.
Like in your image there?
Duration. Yeah, exactly.
And then I will also add, as Godsworn flavor, the spectral draconic spirit also appears behind you, like your stand if you were a JoJo character.
Okay. And then, yeah.
So your Sorcerer's Burst is unleashed. I assume you're thundering?
Yep. Did I roll damage yet?
No, you did not.
Okay. So it says acid. Does that matter?
Nah. You just say that you're doing it as thunder.
Okay. Bop. 7.
7?
Yep.
Alright. The burst crashes into it and again chips away at some of the stone that makes up its form as it again takes the double damage. Will that be it for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have my turn.
Alright, Guard, you're up.
Oh, don't say that. Actually, do say that. Because guess what? I'm going to attack. But I'm going to attack with... Because my hand axe is in my hand.
Alright.
with the one hand, we're actually going to use our unarmed strike to try and do something from our grappler feat. Punch
Okay.
and grab. On your turn, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can use both the damage and the grapple option. You can use this benefit only once per turn. So, we're gonna hit him. Hopefully we hit him. Actually, that was the
Yeah,
wrong-
you have advantage from the Vex.
Oh, that's true. Okay. We'll do it again. Natural 20.
Heck yeah.
Bludgeoning.
So as you reach out with your hand to try and grab hold of it, the root within you bursts from your arm as your hand sort of transitions, and it sort of begins to wrap and coil around it, similar to the black vines that it currently has around it, though yours are much more lush and alive.
Heck yeah. And that crit, for some reason, is a +4. Or it says 4, but it should be an 8 because it's doubled, right?
Yeah. So it would be 1 plus your strength modifier, which is 3.
4. Yeah, 3. So it would be
Yeah. So it will
4
be 8.
total. 8. Is the rage doubled too?
The rage would not be doubled. No.
Okay, so it would be 10 bludgeoning total for the grapple.
Well, I
So
guess
now-
actually technically, per the rules, it would not be doubled. But that's retarded, so I'm gonna let you double it. But technically, the only thing that would get doubled during a crit is dice rolls. Since there's no dice roll in that unarmed strike, that's why it wasn't doubled. But that's retarded.
Oh yeah, I recall that. Well, isn't it an option to just double the damage instead of using another dice roll?
No, that's. I mean,
Oh,
that's a DM thing.
okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll remember that.
Nah, that's retarded. It's a crit. It should double for specifically for unarmed strike. We'll let you double it, and unless you get like a feat or something that lets you add dice to your unarmed strike. For the moment, you can double the 1 plus your strength modifier whenever you crit with an unarmed strike.
Thank you, sir. All right, and the grapple. Since it is an attempt at a grapple, the target must succeed on a strength or dex check, saving throw, and the save is.
He rolled an 8.
Well, mine is definitely more than an 8 because that would mean it is 14, I think. Yeah, 14.
And then let me double check what the new grapple is. Let's see. Grappled brackets condition. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Speed 0, attacks are disadvantaged on any target other than the grappler. And the grappler can drag or carry you when it moves, but every 1 foot of movement costs it 1 extra foot, unless you are tiny or 2 or more sizes smaller than it. So speed 0, and its attacks are at disadvantage unless they're striking you. Go ahead and continue with your turn. Abby?
Oh, I was mooted. I used a feat for my grappler. I used a feat for that attack. Does that mean I can't use extra attack, or can I still use extra attack?
No, you still can.
All right, hand axe coming in hot.
Because you use that as part of the unarmed attack that you were doing with your extra attack. So.
Oh yeah, I was hoping for that. 17 to hit.
Yes, sir.
7 damage plus 2. That
All
is 9 slashing.
As your roots ensnare this creature, you bring your axe right down into the shoulder and get a nice carved chunk out of it. Not gonna be it for you?
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
All right, Nix, you're up.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me see here. Who looks most damaged at the moment?
Still Erebus, I think.
Here you go. Does he still have the temp HP though?
No.
Do you still have the temp HP, Erebus? Alright, if that's the case. Here...
Oh, no, I got blasted. I'm at 15.
You get another 6 temp HP.
Sweet.
Alright, then that'll be it for you?
Now that'll be it for me.
Okay, you're up, Nix.
Nix will reach into her sleeve and throw out a transparent snake, casting Killing Spirit.
Healing Spirit, right?
We're going to go ahead and cast that at 3rd level as well. And then she's going to move into its healing radius, unless you say that it can actually heal on its first turn, or when it's first put out, because that's a weird one.
Well, let's check.
It doesn't specifically specify that it does.
Spells. Healing Spirit. No, you would have to. You would have to move into it.
Okay, then just do the extra step, I guess. Yeah, so we'll toss it out and then we'll move into its healing radius.
Okay. So you restore 1d6 and then mark
2d6.
off. Oh yeah, because you cast it at 3rd level. Okay, and then mark off one of the uses. Got 3 more.
11. And then we're going to use magic action to. Oh wait, both of these are concentration spells. Fuck. Never mind. Wait.
You can cantrip.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just Primal Savagery then. Let's see. I will have, so the healing thing's probably going to be behind the cherub. Let's just move to the other side of it. And we'll do a 23 hit.
There you go, healing spirit.
For
23 does hit.
15 damage.
Nice.
15 acid damage.
Pretty solid blow. It is definitely on its last wings. It is crumbling apart.
When it heals, does it get its crumbles back?
It does not.
That's sad.
It is a sad statue, though. For real. It was sad when we came in here.
Is that it for you, Nix?
Yes, that'll be it. That is a bonus action, an action, and a movement. So.
All right. Let's see. Let's have Kalen finish it off with a magic missile, I suppose.
If you want.
4, 9, 14. He unleashes a flurry of magic missiles into it, and they pierce one in the shoulder, it reels back. Pierce again in the other shoulder, it reels back again. Before it flies straight through the forehead, out the other end, knocks its head back as it collapses down to the ground. And it looks over all of you, and you see, similar to the statues in Hollow Rest and the Umbral Ossuary, golden tears streak down its face as it crumples into a pile of rubble.
My bad. Now, I see why you say not to touch.
Guard looks like he has adrenaline rushing through him. He's smiling. He's like, ha 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 ha. That's a bad one.
Kalen will let out a bit of an exhale. We got a bit knocked around in that one. Perhaps we should take a moment to rest.
The temple is ours, so why not?
I agree.
Going to short rest here. He'll use his arcane recovery.
From here.
Did you want your healing spirit to hit all three of them once and then vanish?
Yeah, I guess. Did Caleb get hurt at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so one on Caleb, one on Erebus, and how's Guard doing?
He's pretty low. Guard is
I'm
he's
on
bleeding
guard.
sap. Yippee.
So let me roll those. It'll be in that order.
Okay.
So Caleb gets 10,
Nice.
Erebus gets 5, Guard gets 12. Get wrecked, Erebus.
He's got the most lit out of everybody anyways, it's fine.
Because I'm raging, my healing is halved. Sorry.
And then you can hit the short rest button. Caleb uses arcane recovery to get the spell slot he used back.
Do I get a wild shape back on a short rest?
You haven't used any of them, so yeah.
I know, but I want to know.
Let's see.
Because I can use
No,
it to get a
per long
spell
rest.
slot. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Then there's no point in doing that. If I could get a spell slot back and then get the wild shape back as well.
Real quick.
Well, you do have Wild Resurgence, where if you don't have any uses of Wild Shape, you can give yourself one using a spell slot.
Or the other way around.
Yeah.
Which was the idea, using Wild Resurgence to regain a spell slot and then Short Rest to gain that wild shape back.
Gotcha.
But that is apparently not the case. We'll use one hit die. Nah, we'll use 2 hit die. Taking Short Rest.
Guard, I assume you collect your axes.
I was gonna say. I
forgot to roll the button. Oh well. Do it manually, I guess.
I get the battle axe and I get the hand axe.
All right. The sword is also there, by the way, still embedded in the dirt.
The stone
yeah.
sword.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask to look around to see what that angel lefter was guarding.
The only thing that you find of note would be the sword.
All right, take a look at the sword.
It is a stone longsword.
Guard will look back and ask, "Can I touch this at least?"
It's already been touched.
Fair enough. And he grabs it.
All right. You grab hold of it. As you do so, pulling out of the dirt, it actually kicks a bit of the red withered petals around, just from the motion of the wind. And you kind of give it a few test swings. It's not very well balanced, but you figure you'd be able to use it just as well as any blade.
Heck yeah. Stone longsword. Should I put it in my inventory, or are you going to put something in my inventory?
It's a +1 longsword.
Do swords made out of different materials in 5e have effects like brittle and stuff like that?
Not unless the DM does it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm dying.
All good.
Please excuse.
No, it's not all good. It's bad.
Are you able to find a +1 longsword, Abby, or do you want me to put one in your inventory?
I've done it.
Okay.
And I shall name it the Stone Sword.
Does do slashing damage. It does actually have a very sharp edge, even though the rest of the blade is made of stone.
If I ever end them rightly, does that count as bludgeoning?
I'll say again?
If I ever end them rightly with the hilt of the sword, does that count as bludgeoning or no?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh yeah, the branch. Can't lose the branch. Can't lose it.
Mhm.
Guard will say. Feels good. And we already know it cuts well.
That we do. That sword nearly took me out.
I'm gonna take the time to ritual cast detect magic.
Yeah, you can do that during the short rest.
Okay.
You do get a ping of magic from the blade.
I assume just kind of like regular magic because it's a +1 as opposed to like something else like conjuration or whatever.
It'd be transmutation.
Are magical weapons usually transmutation?
Yeah.
Just in general? Yeah.
At least I think. Let me double check the magic weapon spell. Should be transmutation. Yeah. Nyx, you cast your detect magic. The rest of you take a moment to sort of rest and recuperate in here. Is there any RP or anything that you all wish to get up to before heading out? Or are you just gonna head out?
It's a short rest, right?
Yeah.
It was a
There
short
weren't any
rest.
murals or anything inside this cathedral?
Any murals have long since faded with the ages.
Okay.
You would be able to see, like, what's the word? Like the sort of like remnants of like paint in the stone, but no like actual notable symbols or pictures or anything like that.
Okay. Nyx won't mention any of that. She'll just keep to herself the little tidbits of information about the murals, or lack thereof.
All right. Well then, if there is nothing else, you all head out. Start continuing the eastward path towards Lear's Folly. That will also be the conclusion of the first week. And we will call the session there.
Do we get long rest now?
Yeah.
Why did you take a short rest then?
Just in case. You never
Yeah.
know. We could have been jumped. Angel could have summoned backup.
Okie dokie.
Oh, this was a fun session. I enjoyed it.
I was a little worried about the,
I
boss.
thought I was about to get
regens a whole
murked,
bunch
dude.
of,
Dude, yeah, I just kept
health.
healing. I just kept healing. I was like, and I just kept getting hurt. I mean, at least, what did I hit it for? Like 28 or 38 damage?
39. Or no, yeah, it was 38. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Bless you.
I still
Thank
think
you.
thundering damage is dumb. I don't care.
Well, if you guys haven't check out the Reliquary video, please.
Oh yeah. Give Dad a watch.
Just whenever.
No, right meow.
I will also end with the usual. Any questions, comments, and/or concerns?
Level up?
No. No level up for a while.
I want that next level.
I couldn't find. I want like to prepare it. Will I still be able to?
It might not be on the sorcerer's spell list.
Yeah, I don't know if it is.
I don't think it is. I think it's a divine spell. I think it's a.
Oh, I'll have to.
Yeah, it's not on your spell list.
Isn't there something that allows me to take, like a cantrip from another class?
It's not
a cantrip. It's a second level spell.
Oh shit!
Which there's nothing that lets you get a second level spell like that.
Rats.
If only you were a cleric.
Fret not, though, by nature of Ryan's or Calum's divine patronage, he will eventually unlock the ability to grab spells from multiple spell lists.
Nice.
It's okay. I'll have the alternative.
Like I have sleep, so you know.
Actually, do druids get silence?
Yeah.
Well, why don't I have that spell? That's like my favorite spell to use. No, I don't see it in my spell
They
list.
don't, huh? They used to. Weird.
Yeah, druids don't get anything fun.
You could turn into an animal.
What do you mean? You literally call lightning down from the skies.
Druids get nothing fun.
Speaking of animals, I gotta go check on my snails. And I'm probably gonna hop out of voice, so.
Well, if you guys get the chance, I will your thoughts on the video.
Well, I like that your character actually moves its mouth and blinks.
Yeah, that's how pink tubers work.
Listen,
You did it, Abby. You unraveled the mystery.
No. There's multiple ways PNC tubers work. They can light up and bounce. It's like a PowerPoint image. You can mess with them that way.
Gaijin just bounces, doesn't it?
Yeah, Gaijin's goose bounces. It doesn't actually. Well, it does open its mouth.
What's her face? Just kind of like thrashes. I don't even know what to call it. It's like it's weird.
Well, in Reliquary's case, he both moves and blinks.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, you have your idols, right? You have your idols, your idol animation, and then you have your talking animation.
Yep. I actually have an expression too, but the program that I use doesn't have any room for it to go in there. It's where he closes one eye, and it's the image that I posted where the eye glows blue.
Alright, well I will let you know when I
Alright.
watch it. A couple minutes.
Let's see. Oh shit! I didn't realize that these were fucking rolls and not pads. God damn it.
Alrighty.
Now we all know
Bye-bye.
versions of our characters.
Bye
Good
forever.
night. Oh boy.
Bye bye.
Damn, everybody peaced out. Fuck. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in this time also. Yeah, overworld travel stuff. I've been doing this thing recently where kind of fast forward a bit through the overworld travel just because it can get kind of meandering and really slow down the pace of the game, and I really just want to get to the cool stuff, you know? I literally do not know how to do that, Abacus, so... I mean, do I just, like, click your name? And then mod? I don't know. Or do I do, like, /mod Toughflower? Is that how it works? Let's try it. /mod Toughflower. There you go. Anyways, I started uploading little lore videos on the chat, or not the chat, the channel. The Astreva, what was it? At Astreva-N6Z or N9Z, some shit like that. If you just search for Astreva, you should be able to see him on there. Doing it in character of a little guy called the Knight of Remembrance. Probably planning on doing like 1 or 2 of those a week. Not too hard to actually record, just a lot of reshoots and stuff. So yeah, you can check those out, as well as the VODs here on Twitch for as long as they last, and on the channel as well. I will see you all next week.